Scooters. Like cigarettes, they used to just be acoustic, but now, we're in the future, they've got electric ones too. But just how environmentally friendly are these things? And why are they all over Cambridge?
My name is Hugo, and for over 5 months I've had a film degree, and now I'm putting it to use here, on the Y-Files, the local Cambridge news show where we don't know anything.
Why? Exactly. Last October, the Cambridge and Peterborough Combined Authority teamed up with Swedish company Voi Technology to put electric scooters all over the city, as they had done in other places like Madrid, Berlin and Rome, which is so weird because those are actually all places I went on my gap year, where I just road tripped around Europe for like 3.5 months or whatever. It's no big deal.
Mayor James Palmer said of the plan, "I'm delighted to be making electric scooters available in our historic city centre so that commuters and visitors alike can enjoy quicker, healthier journeys."
Well, 5 months on, how are people feeling about it? Well, although no official date has been released, I did find a post on a local social networking site, nextdoor.com, where people were complaining about scooters littering the environment and a potential collision hazard. One user going so far as to say they nearly had their arm ripped off by a scooter. But how much can we trust a site that described Cambridge Unwrapped as an ego trip for the presenter? I mean, that's just totally unfounded.
Study in the middle of
To be seen.
Sustainable.
The site obviously couldn't be trusted, so I had to look to Louisville, Kentucky, where electric scooter company Bird had been operating. Long trip. An online study by Quartz discovered that the average lifespan of a Bird e-scooter here in Louisville, Kentucky is only 28.8 days.
an online study.
Yeah, on like the data roaming on this thing is killing me.
If it's an online study, why have we come all the way to Kentucky?
A study by North Carolina University found that e-scooters emit over 202 grams of CO2 per kilometre per person, roughly matching a conventional car and emitting 3.5 times more than an electric one. But why? Hell, it's not like it's putting out smoke or whatever. Ruben emits more smoke and he's only a person. We're worried, mate.
Well, it boils down to a few things. One, battery manufacturing is pretty bad for the environment, and each scooter needs a battery, and each scooter can then only carry one person, or at a push, 2 kids in a trench coat. 2, the scooters need to be recharged, and for that to happen, they need to be collected by a bunch of trucks, which then emit a bunch of CO2, or CO2 for short. 3, people are naturally bad and destructive. It's me. I'm people. Scooters don't currently have the longevity of lifespan to dilute their negative effects, to make them environmentally friendly. Until people learn to treat them better and actually make them last longer, there's a serious case to be made against them.
Let's say hypothetically, that we do take better care of the e-scooters, then what space should they occupy in our lives? In his article for sustainability-focused online publication You Matter, Clément Fournier argues that electric scooters are ecologically relevant only when they replace more polluting means of transport. While of course these e-scooters aren't as ecologically friendly as, walking or cycling through town, if we can learn to treat them better, there is an argument to be made that they could be a feasible alternative to driving, especially given recent council actions like the experimental traffic regulation orders that shut down a bunch of roads around Cambridge. Check out the video on that here. The anti-terror barrier on King's Parade stopping traffic through the city centre. Check out my video on that here too. And recent actions that could see parkers' permits rolled back citywide. I don't have a video on that one. Could the scooter be a feasible alternative? I decided to find out by putting it to the test myself.
Wait, Hugo, aren't you forgetting something?
Feeling the wind in my hair and the bugs in my teeth, it was easy to see how some could get used to this. No matter the effects on the environment, there's something to be said for that feeling between you, your ride, and the open road.
How was it?
Okay. I think everything's gonna be okay.
But while these hogs certainly are alluring, I think it's important that we keep asking questions. Questions like, are these a viable alternative to walking or cycling? How can we extend their lifespan? And did I do a whole report on e-scooters just so I get paid to go out and ride them with my best bud? I guess we'll never really know. For the Why Files on Cambridge Unwrapped, I've been Hugo. Why? Well, it's important that we keep asking these questions, because otherwise, these things may just sneak up on us.